Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. I'll save you! Go where your help is needed! That was incredible. Never have I encountered this battle. Now that is a surprise. What has stricken you, Arisen? This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
At once, Master.
I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Here, an enchantment of coal to freeze our blood. I shan't let them harm you.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say we forge on together for as long as we may.
Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Me what ye. Then I bid ye farewell.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Since time, remember, draconic blood flows through the vein. Then I bid ye farewell.
I've just had a thought. Every master I've ever served, with the port crystal placed, we'll be able to use a fairy stone to return here in an instant.
Speak to me another time.
It seems that we must seek out this Ambrosius if we are to learn more of the God's way. Allow me to guide you, Master. I know the person you're looking for. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Flying foes are loathsome to handle. Our attacks shan't reach them easily.
Understood.
Armor-Toad Priok? Who are you? No, never mind, 'tis of little import.
I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be.
Such a I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last. Ice's sting is yours to wield.
The structure of the waters is most curious.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. Might you consider lightening your pack, Master? Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
By your leave, Arisen.
Well, have you found any blue crystal shards? Is that all? Still, I expect I'll find a use for them. 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. The power to command pawns, that is. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power, you see. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me, won't you? Though that might be difficult, we've scoured this area quite thoroughly. 'Tis possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels and carried off by scavengers or collectors or some such. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. I can tell you no more than that. 'Tis possible. Mayhap one such as the Oracle.
Since times of eld, remember, Draconic is for ye to determine what that bond constitutes, be it a hapless fate or a curious boon. The dragon is the embodiment of destructive force. Though this, to understand this, the concepts of good and evil are mortal inventions. And thus it is a being of a higher order, as are ye. Now that the dragon has marked ye, setting ye apart from ye. The Arisen is a transcendent being, always chosen by the dragon. It marks for itself the individual who must fell it. Thus, when the dragon is made manifest, so too is an Arisen. And should that Arisen fall, another shall rise in there. The cycle is doomed to continue till the dragon is felled. For that is what the will of this world has ordained. I am the husk of he who was once Arisen. My final battle against the dragon culminated in the loss of the will that should have seen me bring the creature low. Thus, as the Arisen is defined by the strength of their will, from that moment on I was Arisen no longer. Such is the world's will. I dare say it compels me e'en now to impart upon ye all the knowledge I possess. The Godsway, forgive me, but I've ne'er heard of such a thing. However, some years past, a sorcerer of Batal came to me seeking knowledge of the dragon, just as ye have. Faces, sir, I believed he called. It appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world through mortal means. Perhaps there is some connection. Ye need not seek the dragon. It will find ye. Aye, make no mistake. The dragon will appear before ye when the time is come. Still, I suppose I can tell ye about a rumor I heard the other day. Apparently, a dragon was sighted in Hav after all. Now that ye have been marked as a rip, so it stands to reason that e'en if a creature of draconic aspect and destructive powers did appear in that village, 'twas no dragon. A mockery of one, perhaps, but not the dragon. The substance of which ye speak is worms' life crystals can be obtained not only from the true red dragon, they retain a measure of draconic power, and when used correctly, will bestow upon ye power. Then go. Since times of eld, remember, draconic, then I bid ye farewell.
I've just had a thought. I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns.
It is possible. Mayhap one such as the Oracle.
It is rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
Let us proceed with due caution. Go again. If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die. Diary. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. All creatures who know death cling to life. 'Tis the mark of a champion to prevail with weapon shield. I will protect you. We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft auto...
So close a call offers no solace in victory.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries. Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
Might we remove this hindrance somehow?
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Behold the view. The entire landscape lies before us.
Oozes! There! It fierce fire's fury. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. You have my protection. Let me get that.
here's a surprise. A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited. I have been waiting for you, Arisen. The day grows darker with our every step. A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? This place offers a view of the sea. I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. You seem well. Bitter glare.
Nothing makes me...
Is there naught being done to make...
I wonder what rumors Morrow has in store.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
It's so dull.
I have
it's
just another opportunity today.
Comes for me next.
An unwelcome turn of events.
Want to try to enjoy life wearing when
Things hard.
A good sleep will ensure... I return safe and sound. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come. We've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust? Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? I believe I can guide you to the person in question. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. We have reached our destination.
Huh? What in the... Where did you come from? Did Clark send you? Oh no, he did, didn't he? I'm sorry. I'm really, truly very sorry. I haven't slept a wink, I swear it. Well, I suppose I might have fallen asleep. I simply haven't been able to devise any good ideas. I tell you, this arrangement has been an encumbrance on my mind from the very beginning. While I am glad that the old man appreciated my talents enough to commission me, it doesn't change the facts. I can only depict subjects that I've seen with my own two eyes, which makes things rather difficult, given the task at hand. Say, you appear a rather strapping sort. Would you be persuaded to bring me to a griffin? 'Twill be well worth any trouble. Clark shall pay handsomely to see this done. I've heard aught of a griffin's nesting place. Do keep in mind, however, that you must needs drag the battle out if I am to... Of course, I could look as long as I pleased if you were to petrify the beast. Indeed. A beast frozen in place would be much more easily drawn. 'Tis said that a famed sculptor of Eld used a Medusa's severed head to petrify her subjects before sketching them. Of course, I wouldn't presume to demand aught so legendary. Then I shall depart at once. Pray, meet me...
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? Pray. Allow me to show you the way. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Oh, what does this say? Let's have a look then.
So you're the one Benjamin sent to get the whelp to talk, eh? Well, go on then. Don't dawdle.
We shall await you here, Master.
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off. I'm off to the tavern.
What are you here for, huh? Come to give me your pity? Or just have a laugh? Or not suffer either? Piss off.
Ort's got the whelp's tongue as per usual. I would have thought he'd be glad to start spilling secrets. The leader of the coral snakes left him for dead, didn't he? Not sure what's keeping him quiet, but 'twould only be to his benefit were he to tell us all he knows.
Oi, enough talk. You've a prisoner to watch.
Yes, sir. Apologies, sir.
Just piss off. I ain't interested.
I don't see the point in questioning the lad, if I'm honest. He might have been part of the coral snakes, but by all appearances, he was the bottom rung of the ladder. If it was only used, he's not likely to have been privy to any matters of import. Of course, that's not to say he ought to be released. He'll be spending a few long years in that cell, I'd wager.
I'm such a fool. Why couldn't I see it? My parents were killed by brigands, and I've no doubt I'd have followed them to an early grave if Lanzo hadn't taken me in. He made me a part of the coral snakes, gave me a home, a life. I wanted to repay him however I could, so I did what he told me. I know it ain't right to steal, but I thought I could use all that gold I filched to help someone, like Lanzo did for me. I didn't take it for myself, it was for the poor. I wanted to give people a chance to choose a better path in life. That's why I did the things I did. Understand, and I don't believe for a moment that Lanzo meant what he said to me in the hideout. 'Twas all an act. So if you're waiting for me to talk, cuz, don't hold your breath. That's why I did this, and I don't believe for a moment.
You want a way to release the whelp sooner? Do you realise what you're asking? Well, there might be a way. I've not the authority to promise such a favour, but that doesn't mean no one does. Lad Jay, for instance. I reckon he could get the lad his freedom if...
That's why I did, and I don't believe for a moment.
You looking to end lit?
That's why, and I don't believe for a moment.
Aye, what can I do? Oh, you want the banded whelp released? Aye, being head jailer has its privileges. I could have... Of course, you'd need to prove your integrity first. I can't go around unlocking cells for just anyone. Aye, you've made your case well. I'll see to it that the request for the lad's release is, but you might have to be patient. One cannot rush the...
That's why I did the things I don't believe for a moment.
I reckon, just remember, you had no...
Tis good to be reunited.
Hail, Arisen! Do you remember me, perchance?
It is said that answering that should the day come that you seek to challenge the beast yourself.
Good day, sir.
It is said that should the day come that you seek to challenge the beast yourself, you would do well.
Master. My heart knows no greater peace than when I am by you. We shall remain here.
Empress Nadinia's like...
Be gone. You impede...
If 'tis magical knowledge you seek, may...
Hoy! No need to overthink it. You can change... Well, got any fun? Things to share? Many thanks.
That changes things.
Hear this, and what did I find but the most gorgeous shards? Like drops of azure. Then, as I boasted of my finds at the tavern, and I threw out a price, seems the shards are treasures that what...
Just tell me what you need. And I'll see it done. You're welcome.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is...
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you dare... Try to take anything without...
Many thanks.
Well met.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be... found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Off we trot.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Empress Nadinia's life.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
At least here I can let down my hair. Oh, I can't complain. This place is too comfortable. I've got to
This looks as good a place as any. Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
This is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
Seems like it's always been here.
And who might?
Sir Arisen, you've come just in time, Sir Ermhild. 'Tis my pleasure to present to you the good Arisen, come to aid us in apprehending the brigand who—
Well met. Your assistance is most welcome. Without our Empress to guide us, Batal has no future.
Indeed. We are well glad of your aid. May it prove unnecessary. Ere Her Majesty's supplications begin, I shall give you a description of our target. Pray seize the rogue should you espy him. We would, however, prefer that this affair be kept quiet. Be not reckless in your Empress Nadinia shall commence her prayers any moment now.
O lambent flame, we offer thee these words of prayer on behalf of our people.
Seize the rogue the moment... Seize the rogue the moment you espy him.
these halls are plentiful.
This headache's driving me up the wall, Tis. How might I create the hue in my mind's eye?
Pray in there, put gold in my pocket.
What's to do? How precious that...
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon. We ask that Batal may e'er prosper, and we ask that a day may come when Beastren, human, Pawn, and every other noble race that walks our world may live in harmony with one another.
Sir Arisen, Her Majesty's supplicate. Have you located the robe?
All's changed at sea. I feel it in my... What do you want with me, eh?
Got to order in some more pigments.
What's your problem? All you need of me?
May thine hallowed fire burn through us, and cleanse our souls of... We swear fealty unto thee, originator of warmth, prosperity, and shelter, and ask naught but thy blessing in return for our devotion.
Her Majesty's supplications are drawn. Could it be that the rogue has not come?
Hope today's haul's a plentiful one.
I'm dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet.
O lambent flame, we beseech thee to heed our humble prayers.
The Empress's supplications have concluded without incident. I shall return to Her Majesty's side. May this peace only continue. No! Your Majesty! How could this have happened? We must staunch the bleeding and capture the fiend who did... Forgive me, Your Majesty. I have failed you.
The Empress is fallen.
Such a dreadful thing.
To think, even with the Arisen at her side, we could not safeguard. The events of this day threaten to sour. Nay, now is not the time to... However, someone must answer for this, and, O Empress,
would the Empress's...
take any chance
I wish they helped.
Go on, have a look.
What's become of my fur?
I always
Used to be
draw a
much
short
silkier.
straw.
Huh? What in the... Oh, I haven't slept. I simply have... Well, I am glad, which makes things rather... Say, would you be persuaded 'twill be well worth any... I've heard aught of a... Do keep in mind how, of course, I could look as long... Indeed. 'Tis said that a famed sculptor of Eld... Of course. Then I shall depart at once.
Anyone will notice if I stay here a bit.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Supper and a night's rest is all I need.
Some of us get complacent.
Somehow my feet
I train
always
every
carry
day.
me.
Take it easy today.
My knees are acting up.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
We shall remain here.
Sir Arisen, Sir Ermhill.
Well met.
Indeed. Ere Her Majesty's we would, however, Empress Nadinia shall come.
O lambent flesh.
Much to do yet.
This isn't worth my time. How might I create the hue
Hope today's
in my
rules
mind's
are plenty.
eye?
on Illa, he did.
This looks as good a place as any. My head will roll if aught.
We ask that all be spared the horrors of the fell dragon. We ask that Batal may e'er prosper. And we ask that a day may come when Beastren, human, Pawn, and every other noble race that walks our world may live in harmony with one another.
Sir Arisen, have you located the rogue?
Got to make room for my next shipment.
No more!
So that's our brigand, eh? No!
Your Majesty, we must staunch the bleeding. Forgive me, Your Majesty.
Such a dread
to
think, even the events of this day. Nay, however, O Empress.
The Empress is...
Not much has changed since I was a girl.
Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall we go and speak with this Oracle Master? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. We shall await you here, Master.
Sir Arisen, Sir Ermhild.
Well met.
Indeed. Ere Her Majesty's we would, however, Empress Nadinia shall commence.
O lambent flame.
Must be my winter coat rolling.
How might I create the hue in my mind's
Lots
eye?
to do. Wait for the new equipment.
Has anyone got coin to spend?
We ask that all be spared the horror. We ask that and we ask that a day.
Sir Arisen, have you located the rogue?
What a bloody disgrace.
I'm dead on my feet.
All's changed at sea.
But I've much to do
Feel it in
yet.
my bones.
I'd sooner be home.
May thine, we swear fealty unto thee. Origin.
No more!
So that's our brick. No! Your Majesty! We must. Forgive me, Your Majesty. Such a dread.
To think, the events of this nay. However, O Empress.
The Empress is.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Sir Arisen, Sir Ermhild.
Well met.
Indeed. Ere Her Majesty's we would, however, Empress Nadinia shall commence.
O lambent flame.
Only thing Claire's good for is to put a little scrap.
shall not stand idly by.
Who are ye supposed to be? Fie. Are they onto me? Ah, sod it!
Apprehend him at once. That man there is the assassin. Nicely done, Sir Arisen. Let us inform Sir Ermhild of what...
Oh, Your Majesty. Full glad am I to see you unharmed.
The brigand has been captured. The chaos of the past few days ought to be behind us. We owe this outcome to you, Sir Arisen. You cannot know the depth of my gratitude.
Ah, yes, of course. Batal is in your debt. The same is true of you, Sir Manella. Your efforts were most now that a measure of peace is returned to us, however, you may. The curative hot springs on Volcanic Island are said to be wondrous.
Very well, my lady. I shall leave present.
Grateful are we for your most valiant efforts, Sir Arisen.
Thank you, sir.
My sincerest gratitude for protect.
Grateful are we for your most valiant. Grateful are we for your most valiant.
Places such as this ought to be protected.
Sleep.
I mustn't let this get out of hand.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on this.
'Tis good to be reunited.
Well met. I can see you're accustomed to a heavy coin purse. Say, you wouldn't be looking to buy victuals, sweetmeat, none of those strike your fancy. That perks your ears up, eh? Tell you what, I'll even sell it to you for cheap. This stuff isn't easy to come by. And mine's the finest tasting, pleasure doing business. Would you look at that? I'm near at.
Bitter glares, dog.
So you, well, go on.
We shall await you here, Master.
What are you here for? Come to give me your or not suffer?
Or I would have thought he'd be not sure what's keeping...
Boy.
Yes, sir. Apologies, sir.
Just piss off. I ain't in... I'm such a fool. My parents were killed by... And I've no doubt I'd have followed... made me a part of the chorus. I know it ain't right. I didn't take it for myself. That's why I don't believe for a moment. That's why I don't believe for a...
You... Well, then... I've not the authority... I jail, for instance.
Aye. Being head... Of course, you'd need to... Aye, but you might have to be patient.
What are ye doing here? Suppose it must make ye feel a hero. Ye ain't fool enough to think the Empress is safe now I'm in here, are ye? Go on then, and... What's this? Come for another laugh, have you? Coin's a fine thing. Reckon ye must be touched in the head, giving coin to a would-be murderer just to hear his story. Still, suppose I'm no longer a part of this, so I'll tell ye a little something. I got this job by way of the coral snakes. I only did as I was instructed. If you want to know who hired them in the first place, you're best off asking a snake. Lucky for ye, there's one right here in the jail.
That's why I did, and I don't believe for a moment.
Reckon ye suppose I got this job if you want to know who I... Ugh.
Any interesting tidings to share?
Not game enough to hang about here.
Ugh.
That's why, and I don't believe for a moment.
No, there's no...
I reckon the head jailer, just remember, you...
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
There's a tavern that stocks new liquor.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Huh? What in the... Oh, I haven't slept a wink. I simply have... Well, I am glad that... Which makes things rather difficult. Say, would you be persuaded 'twill be well worth any... I've heard aught of a... Do keep in mind, however, of course, I could look at... Indeed. 'Tis said that, of course. Then I shall depart at once.
Hear this, and what did I find but the most then, as I...
I'll gladly stay on work if I'm to put bread on the table.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy aught.
Let's take it easy.
Just tell me what you need. And I'll see it. You're welcome.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
Welcome. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate.
Always a pleasure.
Naught makes my heart.
Tis all rather sudden, but I suppose we've no reason to refuse. Shall we make for the point of departure? Then follow me. I'll lead the way. We're in your hands, sir.
What?
Oh, I can't complain.
You'll have to ask someone else, I'm afraid.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox can't let you on till you've paid.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I will protect you. Well fought, Arisen. Fight on, and victory shall be ours. That was certainly worthwhile. Creatures who know death cling to life. 'Tis the mark of a champion to prevail with weapon sheath.
Oh, and here, if you please. This ox cart's bow.
Master, I found a campsite near here while I was journeying beyond the rift. Shall I take us there now?
Where are you off to? What are you up to? Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Got to find myself a patron with heavy pockets.
We have reached our destination.
Oi! Keep out! Do let me know if you are in need of aid.
So, you seek to enter Batal? Go on through.
This ladder looks sturdy.
I've no time for...
As a matter of fact, the pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagining. How might the technique used to control us be dispelled?
Faring well, I hope. Need anything? Many thanks. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? At least my back's not acting up today. Suppose that's enough. Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. See the truth. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Many thanks to you.
We have acquired a forgery. I cannot speak to its users, though I'm sure we'll think of something. My heart shies from the thought of using it for deception, but that decision is not mine to make.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick. Of crowds. But here, at least, leisure doing business.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then... Ah! I see you desire one of my masterpieces. I shall have your order crafted in good time. Many thanks to you. Well, if you think me a liar, then buy. The item you requested is complete. Here you are. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Many thanks to you.
Not an inkling of what to do.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds. But here, at least, leisure doing business.
What must needs be done? Too late to further one's trade. Well, if you think me a liar... Ah! I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. Many thanks to you.
At least I have my life. That's something.
Well, if you think me a liar, the item you requested is... Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. Hope to see you again. Well, if you think me a liar, the item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Many thanks to you.
Sleep.
I swear I've never slept better.
Time to be heading home.
Have you found any grimoires? This will suffice. You have proven your determination. Very well. Then your patience, my pupil. I mean... Well, well. Take caution in the practice. I hope you're made of steel. Bear the talent for the acquisition of... I do not do so lightly, for this technique is volatile in these. It was my own choice to... Take caution in the practice.
Well done, Arisen. You have acquired a maester's teaching, an important milestone in mastering any vocation. I shall strive to learn from your example, that I might reach new heights of my own.
I'm sure I can handle this. Interested in my wares? I suppose I best earn my keep.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick. Of crowds, but here, many thanks. Reckon you trade towns can make you right. Sick of crowds, but here. Many thanks. Go on, have a look.
Now, where was I headed? I lament this.
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of. Crowds, but here, pleasure doing business. Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, many thanks.
I'll wait for the new equipment's coming.
Chance not to think on my troubles.
One of these days I'll buy myself a manor.
Welcome, sir, after all. 'Tis for... How goes the collection? Made any progress? Do come again.
What to do?
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, pleasure doing business.